If more than one person in your organization typically works on a federal grant application, Grants.gov Workspace will make the collaborative process easier. In Workspace, applicants can fill out individual application forms separately as PDFs or web forms. At the time of submission, the forms are automatically stitched together into a single package. Workspace functionality on Grants.gov makes collaboration easier, saves time as forms can be reused in multiple workspaces, and includes context-sensitive help for all pages, tabs, and windows within a workspace. This timeline outlines the workspace workflow, noting the role or access level that is needed to complete each key action. The first phase of the workflow involves an organizational applicant with the Manage Workspace role logging in and locating a workspace-compatible funding opportunity. The Manage Workspace role is automatically given to applicants who have the AOR role. The Manage Workspace role can also be given to non-AOR organizational applicants by the eBiz point of contact or an AOR with MPIN access. The second phase of the Workspace workflow involves the applicant with the Manage Workspace role creating a workspace for the chosen funding opportunity. The applicant user who creates the workspace is automatically assigned ownership of the workspace. The third phase of the Workspace workflow begins after the creation of the workspace, when the workspace owner adds other organizational users to the workspace. These users, called participants within the workspace, will have registered on Grants.gov. During this phase, the workspace owner may also reassign ownership of the workspace to any other user with the Manage Workspace role. The fourth phase of the Workspace workflow involves completing individual forms. Any participant may complete these forms unless they have been locked by the workspace owner or another participant. The fifth phase of the Workspace workflow begins after all forms have been completed and checked for errors. When checks have been made on all required forms, the Complete and Notify AOR button will be activated for the workspace owner. When the workspace owner clicks the button, the AOR will be notified that the application is ready for submission. Please note that this is an optional step. When the forms are in the passed status, any participant with the AOR role may submit the application, even if the workspace owner has not clicked the Complete and Notify AOR button. The sixth phase of the Workspace workflow begins when the AOR has been notified that the application is ready for submission. The Sign and Submit button will be activated for the AOR, and he or she will have the option of submitting the application or reopening the workspace for further changes to individual forms. The workspace can also be reopened by either an AOR or the workspace owner after an application is submitted. Each successful submission from a workspace will generate a unique Grants.gov tracking number. To learn more about particular phases of the Workspace workflow, consult the appropriate training video or access the online user guide by clicking the question mark icon in a Workspace page, tab, or pop-up window. You will be directed to a context-sensitive help article.